Thank you.
So the first question is, obviously as the first signing released for Coventry United this season, there was a lot of buzz around Coventry from people who knew women's football and indeed further afield. Were you surprised at the level of kind of hype, if you like, that your signing in Coventry brought?
It's always nice. I think, people, when they see a goal scorer, I think that brings excitement in itself. But I'm probably just as excited as everybody else. We've got a really good group that Jay's put together. Like I just said, the league is probably the hardest it's going to ever be, or has been in previous years. So it's going to be a real tough test. But we're just really excited to get going.
You've been open, like things coming in, that you were really excited about the project here at Coventry United. You really believed in what you want to do. You've said,
Yeah.
The best player when you're happy. If you had to pick one thing out when Jay and Club were talking to you, what excited you the most?
Ambition. I think any football player, we all want to win, but that can only take you so far. If a club doesn't believe in that as well. I sat down with the owners, sat down with Jay on numerous occasions, and for me, the vibe is we want to push on, we want to win the league, we want to win games and see how far we actually can go. And to me, I've been at clubs previously where as players we push ourselves and we give everything we've got and we're committed, but the club don't actually have that same value almost. Everyone wants to win, but do they kind of actually put that in action? But for me, Cov United, the board, the staff, they say it, but they also show it as well. And for me, that's massively important.
And you've got a bunch of former teammates joining you as well, two other players at least who you played with at Sheffield United and several others. Did you guys all talk? Did you kind of have a role in them coming here? Did you know that they were coming here?
Honestly, no. I think you're aware that when you're close with people at a club and you spend a lot of time with them, whether or not where their future could potentially be. But for me, it's a decision that every player has to make on their own. It shouldn't be kind of swayed by one person or another, because everybody's circumstances are very different and individual. So it's not something that we kind of all got together and spoke about. I definitely made the decision on my own. And I think that's important for players to do that. So,
for the people of Coventry, obviously, all the descriptions of you're a goal scorer, the stats speak for themselves. If you had to describe yourself, introduce yourself to people in Coventry who might not have seen you play, how would you describe yourself as a player?
Oh, that's a good question. I'd say clinical. What I want, I'll go and get, and usually that's goals. I want to win games. We have high standards, and it doesn't necessarily always come from staff. It comes from us as players, and it kind of makes the staff's job a lot easier. That we demand more from each other, and if that drops, we tell each other, and we're very honest. That's probably one thing I would describe myself as is honest. Hard working, but ultimately all that leads to scoring goals, because that's my job. So I'm happy with goal scorer.
And as captain as well, and almost the face of a team that's on the up, a relatively new team in a city that's kind of with a growing fan base. You've said it's an honour to be captain already, but you're looking forward to being the face of the team as Coventry kind of
I think
Coventry United.
Yeah, do you know what? There's a face of the team I'll probably not agree with. I get that, but we've got some unbelievable players, and I think come when the league starts, you'll see how much of a great group we've got, and how together we all are, and you'll see it's not just my face that's going to be at the forefront. There's going to be a lot of quality players that are going to be chipping in with the goals, making the goals. And do you know what? The most important part of the team as well is our back line, and that's massive. If they're not keeping the ball out the back of the net, then we're not going to be winning games. So it's about the group, it's about every single player. The bench, they're going to be massively important when they're coming on as well. So it's about everybody, and I'm just excited to get out there with everyone and show everyone what we're about.
And last question, looking forward to the game on Sunday against Sunderland. You've said already you kind of don't really look at other teams, but do you know what to expect from Sunderland?
Yeah, you have to look at teams to a level, you know, to get the detail on them, you know, their weaknesses that we can exploit and what their strengths are. But, you know, our sole focus is what we can do as well. You know, we'll set up against them and we've worked on kind of different things that can exploit them. But we're focused on us and what we can do, and we're hoping that will, you know, get us the 3 points that we want on Sunday.
Thanks, Kate, and the very best of luck on Sunday.
Cool, thank you.